Buddy, it's Dave and Joe Liberty Stand again. Here we are. Hey, I haven't been changing clothes, man. It's going to look like we've been weeks with the same clothes on. But I just noticed that.
Months.
Why don't you tell us where we're at, buddy?
Take a shower, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going through the top 12 issues that we as a people should want to hear about. We are on number 11. And it is in regards to church and politics and government. And the subheadings or titles on this are separation of church and state, legal boundaries, church, resistance to government. So, Dave, what kind of pops out in your mind on this topic?
You know what? I know what we just said before we started this.
Yeah.
A little pre-show meeting. But
the board meeting.
I want to go somewhere else. I want to go to the last one first on this list.
Okay. Church resistance to government.
There isn't nearly enough. Okay. That's why we
have
this list.
Yeah.
They just want asses in seats, and they want money in the basket, and they think they got to pander to. To be honest, I'll throw this into politics. There's no real difference between what the churches are doing and what the Republican Party's doing. They think we got to pander to the lesser, the other side, the less moral people. That's a little rough. No, tone that down. Tone that down, man. Oh man, nobody wants to hear that.
Watering down the gospel.
Watering it down.
Yeah. So it doesn't offend people.
That actually, to be honest with you, yes.
Does that be what you would say?
But why do you think we have these things we're doing this whole series of shows on? People want to go to church and hear this stuff.
Well, because it's being thrown in their faces, you know?
What do you mean?
These issues are being thrown in people's faces, and they don't know what to do with it. They're seeing it all over the media. They're seeing a perspective of these things.
But if you're a leader of a church, though, are you a leader or are you not? If you're worried because of what you see on TV or hear some people talking about.
Well, what I'm saying, that's why people want to hear about this stuff, because they're seeing it all around them.
Do you believe what you believe? Do you know what you know?
Yeah. Do you know what you believe?
Yeah. Yeah. And who am I? And when did I get here? And all that stuff. But no, I mean, you believe it or not. And what kind of leader are you if you're just doing? Okay, I got to keep people coming in. I can't lose anybody. I got to tone it down.
Right. So you're walking on eggshells with everybody.
Right. And by the way, okay, then.
So in regards to church resistance to government, though, should the church have resistance to government?
From the beginning of the Constitution, the beginning of America, when we started, we were led by the church. When the British came here and they would go to town, the first thing they did was burn that damn church down and kill the pastor or preacher.
Are you kidding? Wow.
Because they were the leader of what, of the people and saying what was wrong. Saying what was wrong. These people were killed. And they had the courage to stand up knowing that could happen.
I didn't know that history, Dave.
But these guys are pussies, and they won't do it because, well, some people might leave the church and we won't get money, and the government might do this. The government should have nothing to do with it, okay? That's the whole...
I wonder, though, if it's the mentality of almost like... Yeah, I think there's that lie of maybe like, oh, we shouldn't cross over that line. I mean, because honestly, I kind of look at the churches I've been involved with. I mean, and they're talking about some of these things, but they're not real. And like I mentioned in other episodes, they're not real.
With what's going on in this world right now, and in this country right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the world, they ought to be on fire. These guys ought to be up on their tippy toes, dancing and jumping and screaming at the people from the pulpit.
Yeah, because of how far we've gone.
And saying, you guys aren't doing your job, man.
Well, because you look at the
they're
media,
not leaders.
Everything is pushing all this agenda and the warning. Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
To sit there and go, well, in Jesus, you read these passages and whatever.
You should come to my church.
No.
Just to visit.
No.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. Well, one of the things I wanted to kind of hit on, and we can come back and wrap it up with your thoughts, but separation of church and state. I have heard two views of this. One is that the church should not put its hand in government.
Read Amendment 1.
Number 2
Read
is
Amendment 1.
Okay. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. And that's
it.
They shouldn't establish. They should not establish, but they shouldn't prohibit.
There's no freedom against or from religion.
Yeah.
It is the government has no. It's not a religion can't have anything to do with you. It's the government can't have anything to do with the religion.
Right.
It's to protect religion from government, not the other way.
Well, it's just like these rights of
to,
conscience that we've been hitting in our culture.
It's all ass backwards,
years.
And it's time to end, people.
Yeah.
It's time to end it right now.
It's like saying, if I can't express my worldview in my decisions, then this guy over here who's an atheist, who doesn't care about life, wait,
that's unfair. That's unfair. I know a lot of atheists that
I see what you're saying.
Are very moral people. They just don't believe in God.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're not moral people.
I understand. I get that.
No, there's a different. You should not label people like that.
I was just being, giving an example. I wasn't being
but that blanket stuff turns people off,
Okay.
and there's a reason for it because it's not true.
Well, and I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I'm glad you caught me on that.
No, everybody. It goes back to everybody's an individual.
Right.
Nobody.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying if there's a Christian politician, we're saying as a society he can't express his strong-held beliefs in his choices of voting. Well, that's like saying a atheist can't express his or her strong-held beliefs in how he votes or she votes.
Right.
That's like, isn't that ridiculous?
Absolutely.
But that's what they're saying they have to do. Because you're a Christian, you can't do that. But yet, you know what I'm saying? Does that...
I'm a broken record here. We're all individuals. Nobody's like anybody else. And that's why I took exception to what you said a minute ago.
No, I understand. I get. Did you like how I rephrased that?
You don't make me get my pocket cannon out.
Do you like how I rephrased it? Did that work better? Did it?
I was thinking I wasn't really listening to you.
Well, no, I was just saying that they're telling me as a Christian I can't express my beliefs.
That's wrong.
And when I do, because it offends somebody. Because this right here is offensive. And we mentioned earlier, the gospel, it says in here, Christ himself was put on the cross. Well, God did it. God ultimately, that was the sacrifice because his love for us. But it was the religious people of the day that actually kind of charged him with the, what do you call that? Convicted him, I guess. Convicted him. So it's 9. We're on 9.
Okay.
So is there anything you want to do to wrap up that one? So we got
one more to go,
church
right?
and politics. Yeah, but we got church and politics, legal bound. What about legal boundaries?
I just saw that. I don't even know. To be honest, I'm ignorant of that.
What about rights of conscience? I think that's a legal boundary. That's
Okay. Thank you for yes, the pizza chick and the and all that stuff. Everybody has the right. If you have a business in America, I don't care about the rest of the world. We're talking about America.
We're not dealing with the rest of the world.
If Joe and I set up a business and we go, you know what, we only want freaks and weirdos to come in here, and we don't want normal people. That's our prerogative, all right? I don't care if somebody... You can have a business that excludes or includes anybody they want.
What
That's
about
your money.
let's take the business out of it and just say an individual, like for instance, the lady Kim Davis in Kentucky, wasn't it? Her rights of conscience.
See, that's a little sketchy because that's a state thing, and that's not an individual.
But the laws came in after she was, she was voted, by the way.
Right.
She was voted in.
Right.
People voted, and so if those voters are fine with her decision,
I'm gonna go. We've already talked about this, and I'll go back to what I said previously. I'm on her side, but legally, I don't know.
Well, in the fact that you respect that her rights of conscience,
absolutely,
just like you would respect the rights. I'm saying,
if legally that's the way it is, and she's got no say, so she's got to move on and do something else. I mean, but I'm on her side. Supportively, I'm on her side. The laws are what they are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's for another day, another episode.
Well, we've already. I mean, this is twice now we've done this.
Well, I gotta tell you, we
gotta go now.
Okay,
so
we gotta go now.
We're gonna see you again on number 12.
All right,
you know what?
One more.
Just for the hell of it, I might change my shirts.
So. All right, see y'all. Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.